I was going to start with a review, but you guys tell me if you don't think we need it, then we won't do it. So I was going to have us read Kiddush on page 45 together, but if it's going beautifully and you have no issues with it, we can skip and go straight to Shema and the first paragraph, which is then page 49.
I need the review.
Okay.
Review.
Okay, perfect. All right, Laura, you are going to be my linchpin. I don't want to take more time than we need. Okay, so we're going to start on page 45. And in the box is the Kiddush. And I think we should read together. Is that good with everyone?
Yes.
Okay. All right, here we go. Baruch
Atah
Adonai
Eloheinu melech
Haolam
Borei
Bri Hagafen
Good. Baruch
Baruch
Atah
Adonai
Eloheinu
Eloheinu
melech
melech
haolam
haolam
asher
asher
kiddushanu
Shannon
b'mitzvotav
Barada
banu
Banu
v'shabbat
Shabbat
v'ahavat
Ratzon
hin
Lanu Zikaron
Maaseh
Maaseh
Bereshit
Hu Yom
Tefillah Lemikra'e Kodesh Zecher Litziyat Mitzrayim Ki Banu Bacharta Ve'otanu Kidashta Mikol Ha'amim.
Stop.
Okay.
I have to, I'm like overwhelmed. We're going just a tad fast and I'm getting behind.
Okay.
So can we just start with that beginning of that sentence? And then I can like focus and catch up better.
Okay, so the sentence that starts Ki hu yom, is that the sentence you want?
Wait a minute.
It's the fourth line. The fourth line, the last four words on the line.
I think it's next.
Oh, we could go to the next sentence. We were past that.
Kivanu.
Kivanu, okay.
Yeah, can we start again with Kivanu? I think I got lost on the next line, but
Okay, sure. Let
go with
me,
Kivanu.
okay. So, well, so this is the third line from the bottom, the last
Right.
three words on that line, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Kivanu,
Banu
Bacharta, Ve'otanu,
Otanu
Kidashta,
Doshta
Mikol Ha'amim,
Ha'amim
B'Shabbat,
Shabbat
Hadshah,
Hadshah
Ve'ahava, Uveratzon, Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Shabbat.
Okay, I'm going to try something that we haven't done before. What I'd like to do is mute all of you, but I want you to read along just like we did, but the only person you're going to hear is me, but you're going to hear me plus you because you won't hear anybody else, okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I want you to read out loud as if I was listening to you, but I'm going to mute you all.
Okay.
And then when I'm going to have to ask you all to unmute, I think, because I don't know if I can unmute everyone, but Give me 1 second. I have to go here. Hi, Rhoda. Okay, so, all right. Rhoda, we are on page 45, reading Kiddush together. I'm going to mute all of you, but I want you to read out loud as if I'm listening to you. But the only person you'll hear is me, and I'm going to start at the top in the box on page 45. Okay, here we go. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratza vanu v'shabbat kadsho ba'ahava uveratzon hinchi lanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh zecher litziat mitzrayim kivanu bacharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kadshecha ve'ahava uvratzon hinchal tanu baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat. Right now I want you all to unmute. Okay, excellent. Now I want to point out a couple of words. Okay, the first word of the third line, b'mitzvotav. This is that wacky word. It's very unusual the way it's spelled and how it's pronounced. So it's got the vav with the dot on top in the middle of the word, and it's pronounced vo. The vav is pronounced as a consonant and a vowel. This is the one time this pronunciation exists. You pronounce the vav as itself and as the vowel. So I think you all are pronouncing it right, but I'm just kind of reviewing, okay? Also, I don't think is there another word here that's confusing anyone? Please don't hold back, let me know. Okay. Linda, you have to unmute, hon. I can't hear you.
Could you do the one, the second word, bottom of the last line?
So Mekadesh HaShabbat, is that where we're looking at?
Oh, I'm sorry, the second from the right, after the
Oh.
uveratzon.
Yes. Okay, that word. You just want to go slow with that word. Hin
Okay.
hal tanu.
Oh,
It's really kind of, if you break it down, hin, so it starts out with an H, hin, but then you get the ch, the ch, chal tanu. Okay, that's good.
thank you.
Okay, a couple of you are still muted. So Beryl and Linda and Paula, you're still muted. If you're saying anything, I can't hear.
Sorry, the phone rang.
Oh, and that's that perfect reason to be muted. I get it. Okay.
I
All
think,
right, so
I think the pace is a little faster than I'm reading. I'm following you, but I'm not reading the words. I don't know if
Okay.
anybody else, if nobody else feels that way, then,
No, it's
it's
the same
okay.
for me. I can
Okay.
follow it, but I can't necessarily say all
you
the
can't
words.
pronounce it that fast? Okay.
Yeah.
So you want me to, so let me do it one more
Really
time
fast.
and I'm gonna slow down, okay?
So
Okay,
that
but
we're actually reading.
that's fine. You have to tell me. It's hard for me to know. Rhoda?
I'm just wondering maybe if you, rather than just reading it, if you pronounce it and then if we could repeat it, give us a moment to repeat it ourselves, because it takes us a while to figure it out. You know, if we're listening to you, we want to do it the way you're doing it, but
Okay,
might
all
be
right,
if
that's
you
fine.
do it and then if we repeat.
Okay, so I'm gonna mute you guys again,
Okay.
and I'm gonna do it word by, I'm not gonna read it smooth across. I'm gonna read it and pause. Is that
Wonderful.
okay? And I'm gonna, you tell me if I'm going fine, give me a thumbs up. If I'm going too fast, give me a thumbs down.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna mute y'all.
Okay, great.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna start at the top. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzah vanu v'shabbat kadsho be'ahava uveratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh bereshit ki hu yom tehillah lemikra'e kodesh zecher litziat mitzrayim kivanu v'charta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim. V'shabbat kadshecha be'ahava uveratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai Mukadesh Hashabbat. Okay, unmute if you want to.
Okay, this was successful. What worked for me was that when I read the word first and then you recited it.
Okay,
So that instead of trailing you, we were actually forced to read it. And then what you said reinforced what I actually read.
that's a good way. I like that. That's a good practice. Okay, if
That way I
I-
get the opportunity to sound it out myself.
absolutely, absolutely. Cheryl, thank you for the thumbs up. Okay, I would like us to go now to page 49, the Shema, and maybe we'll do the same thing. But maybe what we'll do, would you like me to just read it through slowly while you all listen? Would you like me to read it and pause and you repeat?
Yeah,
Uh,
I like that.
Okay, I think let's do what we just did, which is I'm going to read it very slowly. You can repeat it after me if you like or follow along. Then maybe what we'll do is what Paula was saying. I'll read it slow enough that you can say it first if you want, or you can say it after. It doesn't matter to me. It's up to you. But I want you to hear it and I want to figure out a pace, okay? So I'm going to mute you all again. We're in the box on page 49, the Shema, followed by the V'ahavta paragraph.
Okay.
Okay, here I go. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Ve'ahavta eight, Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol meodecha vehayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavcha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha v'derech uvshachbecha uvkumecha ukshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvish arecha. Okay, unmute and tell me what's going on.
That was good.
Okay, I mean, we can do that again. Or we can move on. It's up to you guys. If you want to do it again, we'll do it again. I need some feedback.
Do it
Let's do it
again.
one more time.
Okay.
One more time as well.
Okay, fine. Okay, I'm gonna mute all of you. We're gonna do it. And is the speed good?
Yes.
Yes.
Speed is okay. Okay, fine. All right, I'm gonna mute you all. I'm gonna do it one more time.
Yisroel.
Okay, give me 1 second, take a sip. Here we go. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Ve'ahavta 8, Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol meodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele Asher Anochi Mitzavcha Hayom Al Levavecha Veshinantam Levanecha V'dibarta bam B'shivtecha B'veitecha Uvlechtecha Vaderech Uvshachbecha Uvkumecha Uksharam Leot Al Yadecha Vihayu Letotafot Bain Einecha Uchtavtam Al Mizuzot Beitecha Uvish Arecha. Okay, unmute. Let's talk. Better? Good? Helpful?
Helpful.
Yes, very helpful.
Okay, good.
It'll also be very helpful when you're studying on your own because you can follow it.
I'm hoping that's exactly what you will do. Wonderful. Okay, so I would like us to go to page 50. We are going to learn, I think, our final letter, the samach. It's in the box at the top of page 50. It sounds like an S. And the little cheat sheet of what it's supposed to help, how you're supposed to remember, is it's a circle. So I know circle is spelled with a C, but it sounds like an S. So I don't know if that's going to help you or not.
It's the same sound.
As the sin,
Yeah.
right, with the dot over
Dot
on the left side.
Right.
Precisely. Yes, it is. That's correct. It's much less frequently used in spelling than the sin.
Okay.
So you'll see the sin with the dot on the left far more frequently than you'll see a samach.
Okay.
And I don't know why that is, but I know that is the case. So it's very simple insofar as it's just an S. The target words for us, the top of page 50, are words we're going to encounter. Well, are we going to encounter them in the next prayer? I'm not sure if maybe they're in L'chadodi. I don't really remember these, but certainly these words are in parts of Shabbat morning service. So the first word at the top of page 50 is nisucha. Right. And then the second word is sof.
So
Yep. Very simple. And the last word is segula.
Gula.
Okay. Segula. Yes. Okay. Okay. So in line 2, I'm going to skip line 1 because you guys know those vowels. I'm not worried about that. And this sound is easy to make. So if we go in line 2, the midway across the line to the left, so you get, you see, right, you get the segula is the first combination. Just the, right, the samach with the 2 dots under it would just be Okay, so we have to stay together, or if you're not going to be where I am, you have to mute, because it's a little confusing to hear you read something that's not what I'm focused on. So I'm on line 2, the fourth, I don't know, it's right in the center. I don't know how else to describe it. So you skip the 3 on the right and you get to the next one, the fourth combination. So the first is just the samach with 2 dots under it, and it's just s. And then next to it is segula.
Ula.
Okay, that's our target word. And then he's repeating this practice. So just to the left, he's got so, the samach and the vav with the dot on top is so. And next to it is the target word sof.
Oh,
Good. And then the last combination, he's got the samach and the u sound, so su.
no,
And then the word is n-su-cha.
no,
Nut.
ah,
Nutsocha.
N-su-cha.
Nasu.
ah,
Nasucha.
Right.
Nasucha.
Okay, very good. Okay. So now, and in the third line, we have the target word segula. And then the way I remember in a prayer, it's am segula. And that's the phrase am segula. So he shows us that phrase right there, line 3. Line 4, I like that he does this. This is the phraseology from the prayer. So the word is sof.
oh,
And then the phrase he gives us is sof
Oh.
ma'aseh.
yeah,
And then the longer phrase he gives us, I'll read the whole phrase. Sof ma'aseh b'machashava techila. So that's a line I recognize. So I'm going to read it one more time, that last 4-letter phrase on line 4. Sof
that's-
ma'aseh b'machashava techila. So I want to point something out, which I believe I've mentioned before. So if we look at this phrase that I just read, sof ma'aseh b'machashava techila, let's look at the word ma'aseh. The second letter, the ayin, has that double vowel, it has the shava and the straight line, and we know that that shortens the ah sound. But I think what's more important here is it tells us that the emphasis is on the consonant that comes right after it, ma'aseh, okay? So after you get that double vowel, the shava with whatever else is going on, you put the emphasis on what immediately follows it, ma'aseh, okay? And the same thing is going to happen in the next word, b'machashava, right? B'machashava. So the chet has the double vowel, the shva and the line for the ah sound. And then you get shava, b'machashava. So again, the emphasis is coming after that, not before it and not on it. That's all. And so it's helpful in reading. It sometimes gets a little messed up when they sing it, in my opinion, because, in the tune, sometimes they modify the words ever so slightly, but hopefully it's still, I can't think of something as an example, but we might come across something. And obviously we're not singing these, we're reading them. So I want you to appreciate that. Okay. I'm not sure why they're so here in the box, in the middle of page or the lower half of page 50, he's reminding us of the chet, the CH letter. The reason he's doing it is because this letter is prominent, or this sound is prominent in L'chadodi, which we're going to learn next. So, but I don't think you guys need a particular emphasis on this letter. You all are doing really well with your pronunciation. And these are pretty much all phrases that are going to be in L'chadodi. Okay. So do any of you, or can you give me a show of hands, who is familiar with this, the chanting or singing of the song Lecha Dodi from Friday night services? Oh, this is excellent. Okay, great. All right. Well, so Lecha Dodi is a song that basically is a poem. And the concept of the poem, the meaning is that you are welcoming in Shabbat, and you're seeing Shabbat, you're treating Shabbat as if it's the bride and the groom coming together, my beloved. It's all about, right, how you would treat and welcome someone who you love so much, which is how people feel about Shabbat. And I think it's the first prayer that we're coming to that is actually a poem. Therefore, there are words that sound very much alike in Hebrew. It's written so that there is a sound to it that I think it helps them remember, obviously, what comes next and the sound alike words. So they show you on page 51 that these combinations, they call them rhymes. I don't know if I call them rhymes so much, but they certainly have tremendous similar sounds. I'm trying to decide if we skip to 51 or if we read what's on the bottom of 50. Do you all want me to read through what's on the bottom of 50 so it'll be on the recording? Okay, we're going to do that. How about if I mute you all, do what we just did. I'm going to read very slowly to give you a chance to repeat and so that you'll have it clearly on the recording, okay? So we are on line 9 at the bottom of page 50, and I'm going to mute.
Can you just read on line 5? I just want to make sure.
Okay.
The second word,
Meirosh,
Meirosh, okay.
Meirosh,
Okay,
Mikedem, Nisucha.
okay, thank you.
Sure. Okay. Okay. Well, so we can do 5, 6, 7, and 8 before I do 9 if you want. I know we skipped them, but I was thinking there wasn't anything much new going on there. But we can do them. You guys, you want me to do? So we'll. I think I had stopped at line 4, and didn't bother each and every word there. All right, let's do line 5 on page 50. We'll do it together. So line 5, Nesucha,
Meirosh,
Meirosh,
Kedem,
Mikedem, Nesucha. Good. Okay. Line 6, Nisi,
Nisi,
Manos,
Nos,
Vehu Nisi Umanosi Li. That's the phrase. Now I'll slow it down. Vehu Nisi Umanos Li. Good. Okay. 7, Kosi Minat Kosi.
Nosi,
8, Sukkah Haporesh. Oh, I'm sorry, Haporesh. That's a sin, not a shin. Haporesh Sukkot Shalom. Okay. Whoever was reading just ahead of me is doing very well. I'm not sure who you are, but you sound good. So I'm glad. Okay. So I'm going to read 9 through 14 slowly like we've previously done. I'm going to mute all of you. All right, here we go. Line 9. B'dibor echad el hamyuchad Adonai echad Ushemo echad. B'machashava techila. I'm going to do that one more time. B'machashava techila. Unis mecha v'nagila. Line 11. Chadash. Shir Chadash. Or Chadash. Line 12. Yifrach. Tzadik. Katamar. Yifrach. Line 13. Chai means life. Chayim, the plural. L'chayim. Heim chayenu, excuse me. Heim chayenu. Sheheyanu. I'm sorry, I left out a vowel. Sheheyanu. Sheheyanu. So I'm going to go over this one more time because maybe I'm not being clear. Sheheyanu. Line 14. Sheheyanu. V'kiyamanu. V'higianu. Lazman hazeh. And that's the end of the prayer we know called the Shehecheyanu. Oops. Cancel. So I want you all to unmute. I don't have a button for that. Okay. Is that helpful?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. So L'chadodi, I'm going to send you a recording of it. It goes very slowly, which is what I like about it. Well, so let me, you know what, I'm going to play it right now. I want you to tell me if it sounds like the tune you all know. If none of you knows this tune, then I'm not going to send it to you. How's that? I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me play it. Sorry for the beginning. So is this a tune anyone recognizes?
A little slower than what I've heard in the past.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's very slow, exactly. And I had a hard time finding this particular version. This is the version I grew up to. It is definitely slower than how we normally sing it, but I thought that might help because I think her pronunciation is very good. And the other piece is it doesn't have transliteration on the screen, which most of what I'm finding, they're showing you the transliteration. And I'm sorry, guys, but you are beyond that. I'm not giving you any transliteration. That's just cheating. Not to mention, I don't think it helps your Hebrew pronunciation. I don't know what those letters in English mount to. It's just gobbledygook to me. So I'm not giving you any transliteration. Okay. All right. So I will be happy to send you this YouTube when I send everything else. In the meantime, oh, I'm sorry. Hold on one second. I've now messed up my screen and I can't see everybody. Okay, here we go. So let's do 51. We're going to read down, not across. Okay, because that's how they rhyme. So for instance, the first combination of 3 words on the right side going down, I'm just going to read them and I'm going to tell you what they mean just because it will help us with understanding the prayer. So the prayer Lecha Dodi means come my beloved. Lecha Dodi. So I don't know if you guys know of course now my brain is stopping. When during a Jewish wedding and they say, you know, I am my beloved and my beloved is mine. They have, so it's all about Dodi and Dodi Li. And so that's what this is, the same words. So the first word, kala,
Uh,
and then reading down, nikabela.
Kabbalah.
Right, they sound the same. And then balit hila.
Belilah.
Okay, so those are your rhyming sounds. Let's keep going down. Okay, tehila, good. Somebody's doing a great job. Venagila,
Belilah.
chala.
Kala.
Right, so the first word was kala. This last word is chala, right? It doesn't have the dot in it. Good, okay. The last grouping going down, echad, hamyuchad. So here, the hamyuchad, good, and echad again. Okay, the top.
Why is there an in there?
I'm sorry, what? Is it ham or yucha? It's technically hamyuchad. The 2 dots under the mem, the second letter, it's a little with it. Hamyuchad. Okay, if there were not 2 dots under the mem, under the M sound, it would be hamyuchad. But the 2 dots give it that little that hamyuchad. Okay, and the yud is going to give us the Y sound. So yuchad, hamyuchad.
Sorry, can you repeat something for me? I know you said this 3 times, but my brain's not getting it. You said that after a certain thing, a certain vowel or a certain combination of letters, it tells you that the next part of the word is accented. Could you remind me what that is?
Okay, so we're going to get to that actually. Can you wait till we get the next line? I'll point it out.
Okay.
Okay. So on the left side, it's going to come up. So let's go to the top of the left side, the top 3 rhyming words. Benelcha,
Benelcha.
habracha,
Habracha.
nesucha.
Nesucha.
Okay, those are okay. That's the first combination. The middle, nifrotzi. I'm sorry, I mispronounced that. I completely mispronounced that. I apologize. Tiferotzi,
Tiferotzi.
ta'aritzi.
Aritzi.
And this, Cheryl, this is what you were asking about. So the I in there, the second letter, has the Sheva, the 2 dots, right above each other, one on top of the other, plus the the straight line. So what that combination, the Sheva plus another vowel, tells you it's a shortened version of that vowel, and that the emphasis is going to fall in the word. The emphasis is on the syllable following where we see that shortened vowel. So
Gotcha.
ta'aritzi.
Say it again.
Say that again, the pronunciation?
Yeah, Tia.
Ta'aritzi. Ta'aritzi. Okay. And the last is ben partzi.
Then far.
Okay. Okay. The last 3 rhyming words, as they call them, Bala.
Bala.
So ba'ala. So here, so ayin has no sound. The second letter here, the ayin, but because it has the shva under it, I guess they want us to say ba'ala instead of ba'ala, right? It's a very short ba'ala, ba'ala. The next one is uv sahala.
Ura-ahala.
Okay, and so here the emphasis is on the la on the last syllable because we have that double vowel going on under the hey. Okay, uvtsahala. And the very last word in our triple here is sagula.
Segula.
Sagula. Good. Okay.
You just, the second to the last word. Can you say that slowly?
Of the last three on the left side?
Yes.
Okay, sure. Uvtsahala.
Okay. I didn't hear the tsa, and that's why I was getting confused. Okay.
Gotcha. Unfortunately, Zoom sometimes does that. I noticed earlier that I was frozen when I was looking at myself. You could hear me, but my mouth wasn't moving. So there's little glitches coming along. Okay. So now I'll indulge everyone for a moment on the bottom of page 51. I had to look some of this up because I didn't know exactly what some of the words meant, but that's okay. So the ideas here are Lecha dodi means come, my beloved. And then across it on the left, lechu v'nelcha, come and will go. Come and so the no, this is just giving us the idea of what the prayer is about. Come, my beloved, come and we'll go. And then line 2, likrat kala, welcome, bride. And then on the other side, likrat Shabbat, welcome Shabbat. Line 3, dibor echad is one saying. Across from it is El Hamuchad, which is not, this is one I had to look up. What I got was a unifying God. I mean, El being God, Hamuchad, I didn't know the word, honestly. So, but it's the concept of one. Line 4, Adonai Echad, again, our one God, Ushmo Echad, and his name is one. Line 5, V'nismecha v'nagila, will rejoice and will sing. Across from it, V'simcha u'v'tzahala, enjoy and celebration. And then line 6, boichala, enter, my bride, come in, enter. So that's the notion of lecha dodi. It's the entire prayer or song, I should say. Well, is it the entire? It's the, how many stanzas?
Not the
We got 4
entire.
stanzas. Yeah, it's not the entire. It's a very long, it's actually quite a long prayer.
Yeah.
But to my knowledge, and we only sing it on Friday night.
Friday night.
honestly. It's only sung on Friday night because it is welcoming in Shabbat. So, I would like to go on to page 52 and actually start reading the prayer, if that's okay with everyone.
Yes.
And when you do Lecha dodi, what, I know you turn around and face the door to welcome the bride. Do you
So-
do that in the beginning or in the middle?
So
Yeah.
the way we, at the end, at my show, you would sing it sitting down, or I think we would sing it sitting, and then we would stand up and we turn around and face the back
To the
to
left.
actually welcome it in. It's a tradition. I don't think it's a requirement, but that's certainly the tradition that we did.
Okay.
Not
It's
the
kind
last-
Yes, Beryl?
We usually don't sing it as the last stanza, because,
Boi chala.
yeah, you do. Well, that, yeah.
It depends on how much of the prayer you do. So I don't know if some synagogues, if you skip any of the middle,
Right, yeah.
yeah, to shorten it a little, because it's a pretty long prayer. So, and I'm sure it's sung to other tunes. I found other tunes.
Yes.
on the internet. I mean, I found a ton of tunes, quite honestly. So you could look around if there's a tune you're looking for. Just Google Lecha Dodi, in English, and then click on video, and it'll take you to a list of many, many pages of all kinds of recordings of it sung. Some synagogues have it. There's lots of singing groups from Israel who've done it. There's all kinds of people who love this prayer and have put recordings out there. Okay, so page 52. How about we do what we've been doing earlier? I'll mute everyone. I will read slowly, and you guys follow along. You can pronounce or not pronounce, but let's try and get through the box on page 52, okay? All right, I'm muting all of you. And here we go. I'm starting inside the box. Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Panei Shabbat Nekaba La Shamor Vizachor Badibor Echad Hishmianu El Hamayuchad Adonai Echad Ushamo Echad L'Shem Ultif Eret Valit Hila. Now, if you were singing it, you would repeat the top line, Lecha Dodi. I'm not going to repeat it. I'm going to keep going. Likrat Shabbat Lechu V'nelcha Ki Hi Mikor Habaracha Merosh Mikedem Nesucha Sof Maaseh B'machashava Techila. Again, the refrain, Lecha Dodi. Moving on. Yamin Usmol Tifrotzi Ve'et Adonai Ta'aritzi Al Yad Ish Ben Partzi V'nismecha V'nagila. And again, the refrain. Bo'i Vishalom Ateret Ba'ala. I'm sorry, Ba'ala Gam Besimcha Uvetzahala Toch Emunei Am Segula. Boi Chala. Boi Chala. Okay, you can unmute. You have questions? No one has questions. Okay. Well, this is as far as I wanted to get. I'm thrilled that we actually got to this part. I will send you the recording. This should be posted on Monday. And we do have class next week. And we only have 5 more classes.
Gosh.
Oh, gosh.
I know.
What'd you say? We don't have class next week, or we
We
do?
do,
have class?
we do have class next week, yeah.
Okay.
I have a question. So would you guys like a practice session, just reading or something during the week because Debbie Golditch offered that if you guys would like to use a Zoom line to practice reading with or without me, just together, whatever, I can somehow make that happen. But it's, now that we've just done this recording this way so that you have me reading slowly, you can use that to practice, obviously, as many times as you want. But if you felt you needed some other additional practice, you need to speak up and we'll see what we can do to make that happen.
I think that listening to you today was really helpful, and probably just watching the class.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really helpful.
Coming
I-
week, see how it works.
I have a question.
Yes.
Should we practice all the words on all the pages or just the prayers?
I personally would like you to practice the prayers the most.
That's what I did this week, but
Did you find that? Because this is where you're going to find them strung together, which is the goal, is being able to read the prayers. Certainly, practicing the sounds and stuff, I think you guys appreciate those sounds, and your head already knows those sounds. So I find some of his word combinations or letter combinations that aren't words frustrating. I
mean,
prefer,
like this page with the rhymes. I was wondering, the page of 51.
yes, exactly.
What he called rhymes.
Right. I don't see the point in practicing those, honestly, because if you just read the prayer on page 52, you're going to be pronouncing all of those words just in a different order.
And they haven't really told us what any of the words mean.
Exactly.
So
Right. And that's not, and this class,
to it.
right. And this class, that's not
That's not the
there's no
purpose.
time for us to learn the meaning. It's
Right.
not the point of the class.
Mhm.
Right. So I would focus on, and that's why for homework the last several weeks, I've really been telling you to do prayers in boxes,
Okay.
rather than extraneous lines that he's numbered throughout.
Okay.
You can practice as much of what we've already covered as you like, but I really feel that focusing on the actual prayers is the most beneficial. And that's the recordings we have, obviously, now as well. But if you, please don't hesitate. If you want me to practice with you, you have questions, just email me. I got time during the week. We can get together.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you. Can you just tell me, the last class we have,
Mm-hmm.
do you have any idea of what it's going to be? I'm going to be finally at my children's home celebrating that day my eldest grandson's 18th birthday. So I just want to know, try to help plan their whatever they're doing for him around.
So honestly, I don't know how far along we're gonna be on that day. The one thing I had thought we would do would just do sort of, they call it a siyum, kind of an ending celebration for concluding something. So I have picked out a prayer, but other than that, I haven't really thought about what we're gonna do.
Hopefully it's dinner, and at 1 o'clock it'll be.
Oh,
going-
yeah, right. It won't interfere with that. Right.
I'll try to make sure that it's dinner.
It'd be unusual for an 18-year-old for them to celebrate at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, but- yeah,
True
but,
with that.
well, the thing is, he is going to be up. I believe there's still school that day because graduation is the next day.
Okay. Well, he's probably got rehearsals and all kinds of things happening that day before
During the day.
We're
graduation.
just praying that there's a real graduation, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
not a Zoom graduation.
My
Thank you, Rachel.
Take
my
care, Cheryl.
grandchild has graduation
you.
and only the parents can go.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Yesterday I heard not only is New York City opening July 1, my state is opening, Illinois, I think is opening July 1. So
And
the
in
contagion
Montgomery,
is going way down. You know, numbers have been really zooming down in the last 2 weeks.
Montgomery County is not lifting the mask mandate or anything that the state has allowed.
Okay.
They're being very strict.
Well, stay safe, everybody.
All right.
Shabbat shalom.
Take
Thank
care.
you,
Thank you all.
Rachel.
You're so
Bye.
welcome. Have a good week.